Initiative and referendum. Initiative is the power of the people to propose amendments to the Constitution or to propose and enact legislations through an election called for the purpose. There are three systems of initiative, namely, first, initiative on the Constitution, which refers to a petition proposing amendments to the Constitution. Second, initiative on statutes, which refers to a petition proposing to enact a national legislation. And third, initiative on local legislation, which refers to a petition proposing to enact a regional, provincial, city, municipal, or barangay law, resolution, or ordinance. Indirect initiative is the exercise of initiative by the people through a proposition sent to Congress or the local legislative body for action. Referendum is the power of electorate to approve or reject legislation through an election called for the purpose. Plebiscite is the electoral process which an initiative on Constitution is approved by or rejected by people. Houses of Congress, compositions and qualifications. Senate, Section 3. No person shall be a senator unless he is a natural-born citizen of the Philippines, on the day of election is 35 years old, able to read and write, a registered voter, a resident of the Philippines for not less than 2 years immediately preceding the day of election. 6 years term, 2 consecutive term only. House of Representatives, 25 years old, 1 year resident, 3 years term, 3 consecutive term only. Section 6. No person shall be a member of the House of Representatives unless he is a 1. Natural-born citizen of the Philippines and 2. On the day of the election is at least 25 years of age, 3. Able to read and write, and 4. Except the party list representatives, a registered voter in the district in which he shall be elected, and 5. A resident thereof for a period of not less than 1 year immediately preceding the day of the election. 4 parameters of Philippine party list election. First, 20% allocation of total number of House of Representative membership is the maximum number of seats available to party list organizations. Second, guaranteed seat for a party list garnering 2% of the total votes cast. Guaranteed seats shall be distributed in the first round of seat allocation to parties receiving at least 2% of total party list votes, 2%ers. Third, proportional representation, additional seats shall be distributed, second round, to party list organizations garnering sufficient number of votes in proportion to their total number of votes until all additional seats are allocated. 4. 3-seat cap. Each qualified party, regardless of the number of votes it actually obtained, is entitled only to a maximum of 3 seats. Legislative privileges, inhibitions, and qualifications. Privileges. Section 11. A senator or member of the House of Representatives shall, in all offenses punishable by not more than 6 years' imprisonment, be privileged from arrest while the Congress is in session. No member shall be questioned nor be held liable in any other place for any speech or debate in the Congress or in any committee thereof. Inhibitions. First, personally appearing as counsel. Second, disclosure of financial and business interests. Section 12. All members of the Senate and the House of Representatives shall, upon assumption of office, make a full disclosure of their financial and business interests. They shall notify the House concerned of a potential conflict of interest that may arise from the filing of a proposed legislation of which they are authors. Disqualification. First, incompatible office, Section 13. No senator or member of the House of Representatives may hold any other office or employment in the government, or any subdivision, agency, or instrumentality thereof, including GOCCs or their subsidiaries, during his term without forfeiting his seat. Second, forbidden office. Neither shall he be appointed to any office which may have been created or the emoluments thereof increased during the term for which he was elected. Parliamentary privileges and immunities of Congress. First, privilege from arrest extends to offenses not punishable by not more than 6 years' imprisonment and while the Congress is in session. Second, privilege of speech and debate. No member shall be questioned nor be held liable in any other place for any speech or debate done in the Congress or in any committee thereof. However, he can be subjected to disciplinary action by the Congress itself. Quorum and voting majorities. Section 16. A majority of each house shall constitute a quorum to do business, but a smaller number may adjourn from day to day and may compel the attendance of absent members in such manner, and under such penalties, as such house may provide. Voting separately. Section 11. If the Congress, within 10 days after receipt of the last written declaration, or, if not in session, within 12 days after it is required to assemble, determines by a 2/3 vote of both houses, voting separately, that the President is unable to discharge the powers and duties of his office, the Vice President shall act as President. Otherwise, the President shall continue exercising the powers and duties of his office. Section 9. Whenever there is a vacancy in the office of the Vice President during the term for which he was elected, the President shall nominate a Vice President from among the members of the Senate and the House of Representatives, who shall assume office upon confirmation by a majority vote of all the members of both houses of the Congress, voting separately. Voting jointly. Article 7, Section 18. The Congress, voting jointly, by a vote of at least a majority of all its members in regular or special session, may revoke such proclamation or suspension, which revocation shall not be set aside by the President. Discipline of members may punish, suspend, or expel. Section 16, Paragraph 3. Each House may punish its members for disorderly behavior and, with the concurrence of 2/3 of all its members, suspend or expel a member. A penalty of suspension, when imposed, shall not exceed 60 days. Process of lawmaking. 1 subject and 3 readings on separate days. Veto is overridden upon vote of 2/3 of all the House of Origin and the other House. Partial veto is invalid, except appropriation, revenue, tariff bill. Piecemeal ratification is not allowed. Appropriation and realignment, power of appropriation, power of the purse. Pork barrel system. Pork barrel refers to an appropriation of government spending meant for localized projects and secured solely or primarily to bring money to a representative's district. Legal luminaries on the subject further use it to refer to legislative control of local appropriations. In the Philippines, pork barrel has been commonly referred to as lump sum, discretionary funds of members of the legislature, although its usage would evolve in reference to certain funds of the executive. PDAF, or Priority Development Assistance Fund, is unconstitutional. The defining feature of all forms of congressional pork barrel would be the authority of legislators to participate in the post-enactment phases of project implementation. Legislators cannot exercise powers which they do not have, whether through formal measures written into the law or informal practices institutionalized in government agencies, else the executive department be deprived of what the Constitution has vested as its own. Power of impeachment. Who may be impeached? The President, the Vice President, the members of the Supreme Court, the members of the Constitutional Commissions, and the Ombudsman. Grounds for and conviction of: 1st, culpable violation of the Constitution. 2nd, treason. 3rd, bribery. 4th, graft and corruption. 5th, other high crimes, or 6th, betrayal of public trust. Electoral tribunals and the Commission on Appointments. Powers and jurisdiction. To be considered as a member of Congress, there must be the concurrence of the following requisites: 1st, a valid proclamation. 2nd, a proper oath. And 3rd, assumption of office. If you want more, make sure to subscribe so you never miss a video.